Willie D Live.
It's Willie D, y'all, back with another episode of information and instructions to help you navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world. In the studio, David Lucas.
Yes, sir. I'm here
Welcome
in the flesh.
to the show, man.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you for taking the opportunity to talk to me.
Man, you've had an interesting week.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting week.
It's been a very interesting week.
For those of you who don't know, first of all, there's been a plethora of comedians who have been going back and forth, airing out personal grievances publicly, primarily between one another. David took a different route. David, at one of his recent shows, I believe that was at the Funny Bone in
Kansas City. Yes, sir.
Kansas City, yeah. David said that he would not have kneeled on George Floyd's neck. He would have shot that nigga. For context, he was trying to get a black heckler off of him. And the black heckler, and I got to say this, the black heckler was very irritating. So me understanding comedy the way I understand comedy, I know you had to go in and try to eviscerate him. I get it.
Yes.
So you told him that you're trying to, you're showing why these white folks, these good white folks, why George Floyd got a knee on his neck.
Right.
Now, you would have been cool right there, perhaps, depending on how you look at it. You could have counted your losses or you could have counted your wins.
Okay.
But you took it a step further, and the crowd was, at that point, the crowd was audibly shook. But you took it a step further, and you said that you would never have kneeled on George Floyd's neck. You would have shot that nigga. You've had a week or so to think about what you said. Do you still feel the same way as far as the joke, upholding the joke and being defiant and unapologetic about it?
I'm an advocate for free speech, right?
Okay.
The great Patrice O'Neal said that a funny joke and a bad joke come from the same place. So that was my attempt at comedy.
Explain that.
It was to get shock value. I'm a troll. You heckle me, now I heckle you. I talked to George Floyd's brother.
When?
Sunday. Trey, you know Trey?
Yeah.
Trey the Truth?
Yeah.
I think he said he's George Floyd's brother or cousin or something.
I'm not sure what the relationship is, but I know Trey. Shouts out to Trey.
Trey the Truth.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, Trey, if I upset you personally, because that's your relative, I apologize. But I don't apologize for doing a joke. Who are we as the gatekeepers to say when a joke goes too far? I joke about beating on white women. I joke about killing white women. I joke about gay people. I joke about the transsexual community. So the moment I apologize for a George Floyd joke, now I got to apologize for every other joke. So who in this situation is the gatekeeper to tell me you went too far or you didn't go far enough? Is it because I'm not famous? If Dave Chappelle would have said that joke, what would have happened? He might would have been a little wittier because he's been doing comedy longer than me, but it's all in the name of laughter, all in the name of free speech. And a lot of people say, you're pandering, you're doing this, you're doing that. How? Because I said a joke about a black guy in front of a majority white audience. Majority of my fan base is white. That's no secret. Black people, for some reason, have never liked my comedy because I'm different. And I don't go up there and talk about big dick, little dick, big pussy, big ass jokes. Those are not my jokes. My jokes are very cerebral. So if you come to my show, I might say a lot of crazy shit, but on your drive home, you're going to be thinking a lot. I'm a very calculated and very cerebral person.
Yeah, I'm an advocate for free speech too. You know, you told me that you were familiar with my music, and I get it. I get free speech.
So,
But I get free speech.
Okay.
Now check this out. I really do understand comedy, and I do know that comedy is subjective.
right?
What's offensive to one person may not be offensive to another person.
Exactly.
So, having said that, when you start talking about telling jokes about black folks' pain in front of white folks, it hit different because white folks are the dominant group in this society that we occupy.
So what if I make a food stamp joke? That could be painful for somebody.
Yes, it could. Yes, it could. But the difference is that the food joke is for everybody. Food stamp joke is for everybody. Everybody's on welfare. In fact, most white people are on welfare.
So
more white people are on welfare than black people are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
so
trying.
that wouldn't necessarily.
I'm not trying to argue the facts. I'm just saying, like,
black
anything can be offensive to somebody.
Right.
Anything could be offensive to somebody. My dad died in November. You know, I joke about him. Why don't people say that's too far?
Because it's your pain.
But people are saying that George Floyd should be my pain as well. So how can I, if we collectively share this pain from George Floyd and you want me to feel his pain, why can't I talk about it? Because comedy is a coping mechanism. I became a comedian because I did not like to fight.
I don't necessarily believe that George Floyd pain should be your pain. But what I'm speaking to is that.
But I should relate to it, right?
No, but I think that anybody can relate to having empathy. All of us should have a capacity to have empathy.
I do have empathy.
So when you think about making a joke about George Floyd, somebody who died, and it sparked an entire movement all around the world because black people, black men specifically, are being gunned down in the streets like dogs by the police, and there's no accountability for it. And so here's the thing. I get that you have a majority white audience and
right.
You have to tell jokes that makes them laugh also, but here's the difference.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Willie?
But here's the difference. Let me finish the point first.
Okay.
Absolutely, you can ask me a question. The point is, George Floyd, what happened to George Floyd could happen to you. It's more likely to happen to you than anybody in your white fan base.
Okay.
And so that's the difference. And also is because, see, when you crack jokes about white folks and that could possibly offend white folks,
right.
The difference between offending them and offending us is that they can decide when they don't want to laugh anymore and when they want to shut you down. They could shut you down. We don't have the luxury or the power to shut you down like that. They can tell you at any point, you ain't playing no more funny. You ain't playing at the Funny Bone anymore. But you're not gonna play at the Improv. You're not playing at none of these arenas and stuff that we own. They could shut you down. You ain't getting no films. You ain't getting no sitcoms. And that is the difference, I do believe, in why black comics will offend black people and feel no need to apologize.
I don't believe
but
it.
stay away from jokes that offend white folks.
I don't agree.
Explain.
Because I have jokes that offend white people.
What I'm saying, I get that. But there is, when it comes to jokes that offend white folks, you can tell jokes that offend white folks. That's not a big deal as far as just telling the joke itself. As long as white folks are laughing at those jokes. As long as white folks, for example, Richard Pryor would tell jokes about white folks all the time. Richard Pryor was one of the most conscious comedians ever, but you wouldn't know it if you wasn't really watching and really thinking, because Richard covered everything. But one thing what he did is that even in our pain,
mm-hmm.
he made, if he talked, whoever he so-called offended, he made that particular group or person laugh first.
Okay.
And he made them laugh at his jokes first. And they didn't have to look around and see who else was laughing. He made them laugh first. He made white folks laugh. But here's the deal. When you make white folks laugh at your jokes, and you're a black person, you making white folks laugh at your jokes, for example, that's cool. As long as at the end of the day, they know that they still hold the trump card.
But what joke determines that?
What joke determine that?
What joke determines that they still hold a trump card? I have literally embarrassed white people in front of white people. Words,
I saw you. I saw it.
Okay.
I saw it. I saw it.
I just want everybody to know that I'm an equal opportunist.
You are. You're an equal opportunity offender. I get it. But what I'm saying, what I was saying is that when you offend white folks and you offend black folks, there's a different dynamic at play because they can shut you down. You, like you said, because your fan base is predominantly white, people accuse you of pandering.
But that wasn't by choice.
What wasn't by choice? That your fan
My
base
fan
is
base.
predominantly white?
Let me tell you a quick story. I moved to LA straight out of high school. I was 19 in the city where I didn't know nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce was my mentor at the time from Atlanta because I was going to his mics. You know, I went to all the black clubs that he told me to, and these people gave me so many problems. So I said, if I'm going to have problems in this entertainment industry, it's not going to be from people that look like me. And we both can sit here and agree that if I go do a black room, I have to limit my subject matter, period. This comedy is not about colors. It's more so about classism.
Have you told any Holocaust jokes?
Yes, I have plenty of Jewish jokes.
You got Holocaust jokes?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, I got to see that. Because the reason why I asked, because a lot of black comedians that I know that will talk about slavery, they have yet to tell a Holocaust joke.
Yes, sir. I have a Jewish joke.
I want to hear that.
I will find it. I roast battled a guy, and I made a Jewish reference when I roast battled him.
What's the joke?
This is like 7. I'll find it before the end of the episode, but I will find it for you. This is like 7 years ago. It's on YouTube.
You don't remember the joke?
I mean, it's been 7 years, but I will find it.
But a Holocaust joke, that's something that seemed like.
Well, it wasn't a Holocaust joke. It was a joke against Jewish people.
Well, that's different. I mean,
it's this.
No. That's different because you're talking about.
But we're talking about an event versus an individual. You're talking about. But that's an event.
You're talking about a particular group of people versus exactly an event, an atrocity that Jewish people don't take lightly.
But that's an event versus a group of people.
But
those are two different instances when it comes to comedy. Like, I respect you when it comes to rap. Like, I can't tell you how to write 16 bars, and no disrespect to you, but you can't tell me how to write a joke, and nobody else can. I get
that. But here's the thing.
So what I'm saying is,
we can't tell you how to write a joke.
But you're talking about a situation. You're talking about an event versus an individual. I didn't. So if we had to compare, it would be, David made a civil rights joke about the civil rights movement, because if we're talking about events, that's equivalent to the Holocaust. Not in the same dynamic as to what happened, but I'm saying an event, whereas we're talking about an individual, right? You get what I'm saying? Whereas you're trying to say making a joke about a Jewish person is not the same as making a joke about the Holocaust. And what I'm saying is, I didn't make any jokes about an event pertaining to black people.
Have you made a slavery joke before?
Yes, plenty.
That's an event.
It is an event, but we're talking about the joke that I'm right here right now for, because I have. If you go scroll through my Rolodex of jokes and my videos, because I'm not ashamed of anything, you can find many of jokes that we can sit here and pick apart.
The George Floyd incident escalated into an event when it became a movement.
Why? Why?
Because it became a movement, and because people protested all over the world, because of that event.
So how do you feel?
It was that event that triggered the protest all over the world.
So how do black people feel about white people protesting with them for the Floyd movement?
I think that it depends. It depends.
How can we pick and choose?
I don't know how all black people felt.
But I'm saying what I'm receiving
about the white people that protested. I'm sure that there are black people who. I'm sure that there's a mixed bag of feelings.
And let me ask you a question. When you spoke on me Sunday, wasn't that supposed to be a voice of black people?
I don't know if that's the voice of black. That's my voice as a black man.
But how many people were on your YouTube when you made that statement about me?
I don't know. A few
A few 10,000.
Yeah, something like that.
So at that moment, you're the voice for those group of black people.
I'll take that.
So right now, you should be the voice for that same group of black people. So how do you feel being the voice for a few 10,000 black people? How do you feel with having white people? When do you pick and choose when a white person is an ally? Because how can you say the people at my show were not allies?
What
makes them an ally?
When they clearly are an ally, when you're helping and not hurting, when you're sitting.
What's helping?
Well, I can tell you what's not helping. When you're sitting in an audience and you're listening to a comedian on stage, making fun at a people's pain, and you're laughing and you're cracking, you just busting your guts laughing about it. Yeah, that's hurting. Those are not allies.
What if they don't want to waste their money?
But you can't tell me somebody like, that was pretty good. But you can't tell me that somebody that's laughing at that man's pain or those people's pain is an ally.
Have you watched the full video, sir?
I did.
So did you see at the end that, towards the end, that a couple of the guys from the table fist bumped me and they didn't want to leave, but they only had to leave because they were all riding together?
Yeah, that was pressure.
Oh.
Yeah, I felt like that was pressure. I saw him. I wouldn't have fist bumped you. I would have stayed on code.
Why was it pressure?
I wouldn't have fist bumped.
So we can say that my George Floyd joke was pressure.
Here's the thing. Like everybody, just because somebody black, all skin folk ain't kin folk.
Who says that?
I said it.
Like people are calling me racist. How am I racist? I'm racist? Do you think I'm racist?
Well, you can't be racist.
Okay. Y'all hear that? Please
not in
that
America.
Up.
You can't be racist.
Okay, I just wanted to know.
Yeah. Hey, walk us through that particular set of circumstances that night leading up to the punchline.
What part do you call the punchline? Because
the punchline was when you the punchline.
I would have shot him.
I guess that was a couple, but the main punchline was when you said you would have shot him.
I had a heckler who happened to be black. Don't care what color or ethnic background he was. Mm-hmm. And my job at that point is to shut you the fuck up so everybody else can enjoy the show.
Got it.
I'm a troll. I've been trolling on Instagram and Twitter throughout all of this. So if you take me serious, that's on you. I'm a comedian, and I'm on the spectrum. I have Asperger's. I don't know limits. I say whatever. I don't filter myself. You can ask anybody in my life. I say the crazy. My whole life, I've been getting ass whoopings for saying whatever. So when I was on that stage, I said whatever because I'm in command. And if the boat is sinking, just like on the Titanic, I'm playing my motherfucking violin until that bitch sink. And I stand by that. And like I said, if I offended you on an individual level and you want to reach out to me, like you, I talk to you. I talk to Trader Truth. I talk to a couple of other people, right? And like I said, if I offended y'all on an individual level, I do apologize. But I'm not apologizing for the joke. Because then where does it stop?
So, Dave, this sounds like to me a person who thinks that perhaps he could be wrong, but if I apologize, then I gotta apologize for something else. So I don't want to be on the hook for.
I don't feel like I'm wrong.
I don't want to be on the hook for an apology.
I don't feel like I'm wrong.
You don't feel like you're wrong.
No, sir.
So
why can people make O.J. Simpson killing a white woman joke?
I don't think that's cool.
But it's been done.
Yeah, it's been done. It's been done, and there have been people. That,
so where's there?
There have been people that have been offended by those jokes. There have been people that have walked out on those jokes.
Where's their cancel campaign?
I don't think there's a cancel campaign.
There's definitely a cancel.
I'm not an advocate for that.
Of course, you made it like me. You did. What I'm saying,
I'm not an advocate for canceling David Lucas. I'm not an advocate for that.
I appreciate you.
Let me put that on.
No, sir. I don't think you are. But I'm not an advocate. I had a couple of Flim Flam BLM leaders, and we all know BLM is a hoax joke. I had a couple of them call my mother's house, and I had just happened to be there. Because I was coming from Miami, Florida. And that really upset me. Call me. I'll put my number on whatever, Twitter. Call me. Leave my mom out of it. My mom's old. I retired my mama 3 years ago. Right?
Yeah.
Comedy's doing well for me. And I will continue to support my family with that. and y'all are talking about cancel me when I have 2 black daughters and a black mother, and I take care of probably like 12 people, right? But y'all talking about cancel me. So if you cancel me, what y'all want me to do? Sell drugs, rob and steal? And which one of those is doing more harm to our community? My George Floyd joke, or me out there robbing, stealing, and selling drugs and destroying more young minds?
Well, I think 2 things could be true at once.
So what 2 things are true at once, sir?
I think that anybody that's out there robbing, stealing, and killing is detrimental, and I think that a comedian that throws his people under the bus is detrimental. I think that in that particular instance, and my opinion is that you threw your people under the bus.
Did any of your rap lyrics throw people under the bus?
For the sake of appeasing, appealing to
Who
your
says
white
that?
audience. I just said it.
But I'm saying, how can you say that?
I opened my mouth.
No. I'm saying that I get the physical aspect of you saying. Oh shit! I get the physical aspect of you saying that, but I'm like, who's here to say that I was doing that? I was doing that for me. Everything I do on stage is for me, sir. I don't. Damn, what? I don't do jokes to appeal to anybody. I do what I want, and I will continue to do what I want because that's what comedy and free speech is about. And I'll live and die on that hill. Like, let me ask you: do you regret any of your rap lyrics?
Yeah.
Are you going to be apologetic for it?
Yeah, I have been.
Why? At that moment, it meant something to you to say that.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when you know better, you do better. So I'm not.
I've only been headlining for 2 years.
But you're smarter than most people though. So you got there's a shorter curve for you. Yeah.
Thank you for acknowledging.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, trust me, bro. I mean, look. Here's the thing. Like, obviously, you're a grown man. You live in a free country. You're free to say whatever you want to say about anything you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Speak on. But just as you have the right to say whatever you want to say, we have the right to oppose what you have to say.
Do you oppose these new rappers?
Huh?
Do you oppose
Some of them I do. Some of them are great.
You seen how disrespectful these young people are?
Yeah, well, some of them I oppose. Some of them, let me put it like this. Mm-hmm. For some of them, what they say, I oppose.
I don't oppose it because it's free speech.
I oppose some of the things they say. Yeah, but there's a such thing.
But don't try to cancel the funny guy.
But I'm not trying.
Not you, but I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Like, don't try to limit what we have to say.
Yeah, but so here's. Have you ever had a joke, a thought of a joke, and you said, "That's funny, but that's a little too far"?
No.
You never did that before.
Why? Why would I stop my creative process?
So that's gonna be more of this type of shit happening with you.
Possibly.
Yeah. Okay.
Possibly.
Okay.
My special comes out March the 6th, and I was looking at it today, and I'm like, oh, they about to have some more fuel.
Okay. All right.
But like I said, it's for me. I've always done comedy for me.
When did you start comedy?
So I roughly started at about 17, 18. I was on the MTV show Yo Mama, and the head writer noticed that I had a good knack for writing jokes, and he suggested that I do stand-up, but I was an actor first. So I moved to LA. They gave me an internship at MTV, and I loosely did comedy, but I didn't take it serious. And I was doing a lot of acting gigs, and then I had a daughter real young, like at 23. So I stopped doing all entertainment to be a father. I got a factory job to make sure that my daughter was taken care of. And then the girl I was dating at the time, who is the mother of my second child, saw how miserable I was. And she said, I'll give you 1 year to chase your dreams. And I think I was 28, 29, it was like 4 or 5 years ago. So I was like 28. And she said, I'll give you 1 year to chase your dreams, and you better go out there and do it. And that 1 year was pivotal in my career. I booked a movie. I booked a commercial. I became a door guy at the legendary Comedy Store. I got on the podcast Kill Tony. And then the rest is history.
Well, congratulations for making it to the Hall of Fame for Kill Tony.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I saw that. You grew up in Macon, Georgia.
Yes, sir.
And tell us about this Macon Little Theater. You played there several times.
Yeah, I used to be very active in the community theater program in Macon, Macon Little Theater, and also Theater Macon. A lot of church plays, a lot of school plays. When I was like in high school, I think Wild and Out was brand new, like '06, something like that. So I would in the cafeteria like reenact Wild and Out stuff. Like I've always had a knack for entertainment. That's all I've known. I mean, I played football, and then when my football didn't work out, entertainment.
Yeah. You grew up around a bunch of rednecks, you told me.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I grew up.
How did that affect your upbringing?
It let me know that America's not as racist as the news tries to portray it, because according to that, I should be dead, right? Or at least something racist should have happened to me, according to what our people put out.
So you grew up around rednecks and you never had a racial encounter, a racist encounter?
Never.
Never?
No, I actually have a great story for you. My family owns property out in Monroe County. I was riding my dirt bike, and it bogged out in a creek, and I couldn't get it out. And do you know what was right over the hill? A Klan rally. No lie.
And did you wander over there?
Well, I was just trying to get my dirt bike out,
right.
And I was scared as hell because I've only heard that the Klan is here to kill me. So my heart's beating fast. I'm like 12, 13 years old, and these people helped me get my dirt bike out and told me to get out of here.
Look here, nigga, we're going to help you get that dirt bike, but you don't come around here no damn more. We're going to hang you.
But I lived.
So, but you were scared to death.
I was scared as hell.
But why were you scared if there was no...
Because that's what was put into me. That you know the Klan is bad. Have you ever ran into a Klan member?
On a daily basis. I live in Texas.
Wow, sir, I'm talking about you ever ran into somebody with a damn pillow sheet over their head. You know what I'm talking about,
No.
pillowcase.
No, I haven't.
So you've never ran into a David Duke. So you only know what they've told us. And I'm not taking up for the Klan, but I'm saying this is what was put into my head, is that they were bad. And I thought I was about to die.
What do you think the premise of the KK Klan, what do you think their mission statement is?
From what I've heard, is to keep their bloodline pure. And, I mean, people often don't even know what racism means. Racism, the basis of racism is a fight for resources. That's the basis of racism, is a fight for resources. Is that not
True.
the basis?
True.
So what? So if a white person called me the N-word, he's not fighting me for resources. So is that really racist?
Well, if a white person calls you the N-word, knowing the history of that word, he's not necessarily racist, but he is a bigot.
But what opportunity did he take away from me? Has a white person ever took opportunity away from you?
Well, he could have taken the opportunity away from you to just go on about your business and be happy and have a good day.
But for you, has a white person ever took an opportunity away from you?
Yeah.
How so?
So I used to be
The boxer.
I used to be nah, not the boxer, but I used to be.
You're Bernard Hopkins, right?
Huh?
I'm joking.
Shouts out to Beehive. Shouts out to Beehive. I used to be a door-to-door salesman for the Houston Chronicle. I used to sell newspaper subscriptions.
Okay.
And my supervisor, who drove us around and let us out to go and walk the streets and
Right.
stuff like that, he would drop us off in the neighborhoods where people had already had bad experiences with the newspapers and stuff like that.
So he gave you a bullshit
And then
route.
he gave us the raggedy routes. He would give the black guys the raggedy routes. And, the white guys would jump out. And some of these guys were like 14, 15 years old. I'm a grown man at this point. I'm 21, 22. So, I need to pay bills.
Right.
And so I might be out there for 4 or 5 hours, trying to get a couple sales to pay my bills. These little white kids jump out in a brand new neighborhood, get out there and write 6 orders up right quick and jump back in the van and smoke weed and ride around for the rest of the day. This was my, former supervisor.
Was it a white neighborhood?
Yeah, it was.
So that's called relativity.
Explain.
You buy from what you can relate to.
Yeah. Well, I think that's part.
I don't think that's racism.
That's true in a sense because
why you didn't go to the black neighborhood?
That's true in a sense because I buy every day myself.
Why you didn't go to the black neighborhood?
I buy every day from people that I necessarily can't relate to as far as culturally, but I relate to them as far as individuals and human beings.
Black people
so that's
don't
not
even
necessarily true.
Black people don't even like to live around black people.
Some black people don't.
When black people get money, where they move?
I'm good.
You live in a black neighborhood?
I think I'm a move where I'm gonna live where in the best area that my money can afford.
Why?
So I'm not going around looking to live in a white neighborhood and here's another thing.
But according to statistics, where's that gonna be?
But a lot of times we say white neighborhood, and these neighborhoods are mixed. It's not just white people. It's black people. It's white people. It's Hispanic people. It's Asian people.
What's the predominant ethnic background in your neighborhood?
It's mixed.
What do we call it?
I think probably the predominantly. I don't know because I see everybody, bro. I really can't say.
So you get it.
I probably see just as many Hispanics as I see whites. I see about the same amount of black people.
So you get it.
What do I get?
You get that we should not be seeing color. It's not that deep. It's really not. Like, I can't speak for you because you came from a different generation. But my generation, we should not be looking at color. And here's a part that was not included in the video.
I don't think we trying to look for color, bro. I don't think nobody's just walking around.
So why are we still getting offended about stupid stuff?
I don't think anybody's walking around looking for color, but...
Oh, really? I can pull up some of these comments.
I don't think anybody's walking around looking for color, but nobody's naive that color exists. Nobody's naive that we live in a colorist society.
When's the last time you ran into a real racist white person living in Texas?
Probably today.
How so?
Because he was white.
But that's... You see what I'm saying?
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm messing with y'all,
You see
man.
what I'm saying?
I'm messing with you.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm messing with you. But here's the deal. As far as like outwardly somebody, acting racist toward me, I don't get that. I don't really deal with that.
Your generation, sir.
I don't really deal with that because I'm not in. I guess I kind of and on one end, I'm not in an area where, like, I'll say the police can be aggressive toward me or want to be aggressive toward me.
Why is that?
Because I'm from the hood, so I lived in the hood for a long time.
Isn't every black person from the hood?
But hold on.
There's no generational wealth.
No, well,
not really.
Everybody's not from the hood.
Every black person.
My kids are not from the hood.
Let me say this: every black person that's alive right now is either from the hood or one generation away from the hood. Black people.
Not every. Come on, bro. It's not that bad.
So if you're from the hood,
maybe a couple.
One in America, maybe 2 or 3 in America.
4 or 5.
I'm one generation away from the hood.
Yeah. Okay.
And everybody in my age demographic should only be one generation away from the hood because there was no black wealth.
Well, we had it, and they took it. We had it. We had it with Rosewood. We had it with so many other. We had it with a whole lot of. We had it with Tulsa. We had it with a lot of townships all throughout America. They came in and they destroyed those townships.
Okay.
They destroyed it. So we had it. It ain't like we ain't never had it. We had it, but they destroyed it. So we had to go back and rebuild. So that's what. So we're finally coming back around to your point.
Why do you feel like black people think the white man is their worst enemy?
I don't know if all black people think that the white man is their worst enemy. Because I don't necessarily think that the white man is my worst enemy. Mm-mm. But I do recognize that a lot of what we see that go on in this country, white men are at the head. White men do run. White men white men do run the prison system. They do run the court system.
So now that we know that,
they do run Congress. They do run Wall Street. So a lot of the decisions that are made in this country are made by white men. A lot of decisions that adversely affect black people are made by white men.
So now that we know that, what do we do?
Well, we continue to fight. We continue to. We don't stop. We don't just listen. Everybody has
the best thing I think a black person can do.
Anybody that's ever been wronged or feel like they've been wronged, you have a right to complain. But after you complain, you do something about it.
I don't complain.
So I think, well, that's your right. I said you have a right.
There's no reason to complain.
I didn't say you had to. I said you have a right to complain. But after you complain, you do something about it. So it is quite possible to walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. I think that it's a disservice, and it's just really disrespectful when people say, stop complaining, stop complaining. You can complain about, if you feel like you've been wrong, you can complain, but complaining have never fixed anything.
No.
So you can speak on it, but you continue to better yourself and you continue to march forward, you continue to progress. Mm-hmm. That don't mean that because somebody did you wrong, you just, sit and you wallow in grief. You get up and you get out there and
do you feel like a lot of our people do?
I think a lot of people do. Because here's the thing.
I feel like
I hear a lot of people always talking about, see, here's the thing. A lot of times I hear people talking about black people always complaining. Bro, go on any of these websites, Yahoo especially.
Sir, you're showing your age. Yahoo?
Yahoo. I go to all of them.
Yeah. I have not been on Yahoo in like 10 years.
I go to all of them. And by the way, I'm proud of my age.
No, I'm not saying it was a joke.
But here's the thing.
You didn't get my. No,
I heard you, but I had to say it. Some people have cognitive dissonance, so I have to speak for that. I know you're smart. Yeah. But the thing is that you go some of these sites like Daily Mail and Storm and some of these sites, all they do is complain, bro. Like they talk about how black people complain, but
so why read it? Why even put that negative energy in your mind?
For me, it's about knowing what's going on. It's about being.
What does that help you with if you said white people run this country?
Well, I cover news on my podcast.
I've seen
I cover news.
Faison is one of my favorite.
Yeah. So I need to know what's going on.
Absolutely.
I need to know what's going on.
The same reason I read the news.
But I'm not finna sit and just watch. Like, I ain't gonna sit down and watch Fox News for more than 5 minutes. I'm not gonna do that. I just check out the clips.
Shouldn't.
But I ain't gonna be part of
Do you feel like the news
ratings.
continues to push forward the racist narrative?
Absolutely.
So divided. We can't.
Look, man, we're definitely stronger together. All of us, not just black people.
whites,
not just
Asians,
black,
okay.
We're all.
So where does
we're better when we work together.
Where does the divide come in?
We have people in this country who are hate mongers, and it's beneficial to those people. It's beneficial to those people for us to be separated.
You know who are the most racist people I know?
Who?
Black people.
I knew you were gonna say that
because you know it's true.
But why? No.
Because
I knew you were gonna say that because, I've been checking out how you move. So I'm listening to how you move, and I'm listening to some of your thoughts. When you start saying things like, you support Trump and Kyle Rittenhouse.
It's called trolling.
Okay, but you said it. Like, when do I know you telling the truth, man? Like, when do I'm supposed to take you seriously?
When I hit my vape, that's when I'm telling the truth. Okay. But look though, why are black people mad at Kyle Rittenhouse? He killed white people. Should he be a hero? If we're pushing the narrative,
I don't think black people ain't the only ones mad at Kyle Rittenhouse. There's a lot of people mad at Kyle Rittenhouse.
Man, I be around a lot of white people, and you know that. And they try to say that my group of friends are racist, which is false, and I'll put that out here right now. And you know the group of friends I'm talking about because you've been on his podcast.
What group?
JRE.
Shouts out to Joe Rogan.
Shouts out to Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
He's so racist that he's helped me take care of my daughters and help elevate my career. That's how racist he is, y'all.
Nah. Joe ain't like that. But that's a.
I know he's not like that, but
you ain't gonna be able to convince anybody that don't like Joe any different.
No, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. But they try to call him racist. Yeah. He's so racist. He helped me elevate in my career. That's how racist he is. right? I didn't know that a white man, or actually he's Italian. I don't know if there's any discretion when it comes to the black community. If you don't look black, I think black people think that you're white. But he's an Italian man that has helped me progress in my career, put a lot of money in my pocket, which helps.
But now,
okay, go ahead. What?
Oh no, go ahead.
Which helps take care of my daughters, feed my daughters, and helps me take care of my mom. My mom is on my payroll because I feel like that's how it should be. You raised me, you took care of me, so now it's time for me to take care of you.
Now, I personally don't believe this, but now you're gonna have people saying, "Well, that's why you rocking with Joe because you know he takes care of you."
But I just told you I just told you where racism comes from.
Where does this come from?
For a fight for resources. He's making it to where we don't have to fight for resources. Joe is the most equal opportune, level-headed person I've ever met in my life. Solid human being. And even when when they were trying to cancel him, there was a lot of stuff he could have said that he never once came out and spoke about. Well, that could have been like the big joker when you play spades. Like,
you're not gonna get any argument out of me with Joe.
No, I don't want. I
know Joe.
Of course you do.
I know him as a person.
I know him as a person
he's
too.
A decent dude.
But I'm saying this for the audience that is gonna intake this audio and intake this visual. That's who I'm speaking for, sir. You're a level-headed individual. We spoke on Sunday. I know you're a level-headed individual because, you know, you had your little YouTube rant, but then when I spoke to you on the phone, you were a totally different human being. And I'm sure I'm a totally different human being than the person that you saw on stage.
Why did it have to be a little rant? Why couldn't be the big rant? I was dismissive, man.
I like this guy a lot, man. Willie D is amazing, boy. I'm about to fucking... tell all my MAGA supporters to stream the Ghetto Boys.
I'm good on MAGA, bro. I'm good on MAGA.
Let me ask you, what's wrong with Trump?
What's wrong with Trump?
In your eyes?
In my eyes, here's the reason why I don't like Trump.
Because he tells the truth?
No, well, my sister tells the truth. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing. It's a lot of people tell the truth, but also he tells a lot of lies too.
What
you know
lies?
what I'm saying? Y'all don't focus on any of the lies that he tells. Y'all just talk about the truth.
Every politician lies.
But here's the thing about Trump. Here's why I really just don't like Trump.
Okay.
Trump, before Obama ran for president, Trump had never questioned the nationality of a president. He never went after...
Ethnicity. Nationality is different.
Ethnicity.
Yeah.
He never... No, he questioned the nationality of Barack Obama.
Oh, yeah, whether he was American or not. Yeah. You're right, yeah.
Trump, just conveniently, you know, he never publicly just went after a president. But just...
He was a troll.
But here's the thing, like, just coincidentally, we get the first black guy who looked like he can become president, and here come Trump with all of this vitriol out of nowhere. Where is this coming from? I mean, he's been around
because he's been
around
Obama.
Politicians for a long time.
He saw through Obama.
He saw through Obama.
What did Obama?
So he didn't see through all those other damn presidents that he'd been patting pockets.
But I'm saying
he didn't see through none of them, right?
What did Obama do for the black community?
What did any of them do for the black community?
Trump gave us resources.
What resources?
What's that act called that he did for the black colleges? The economy was amazing.
What act?
At the end of the day, I'm American.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so you know that domestic imports and exports is a big part of making our dollar strong. Did you have more money in your pocket during his presidency?
I have more money in my pocket every year.
All right.
It don't matter who the president is. And that's what a lot of people got to understand. Like, look, fam, whether it's Trump, Biden, whoever, ain't none of them going to affect my bottom line.
But the strength of the dollar will definitely affect your bottom line.
The strength of the dollar going to do what it do no matter who in office.
No, that's not true.
Because these presidents are selected. And let me tell you.
So?
And let me tell you.
So you're a conspiracy theorist.
Let me tell you something about Donald Trump.
Okay.
Let me tell you something I know about Trump.
Please.
And the rest of them.
I'm waiting to meet him. So if he watches podcast,
Trump is no different than any other rest of them. All of these presidents,
they're pawns.
They get to have a personality, and they get to have one, maybe two hobbies while they in office. A couple of hobbies that they can act like are major platform initiatives. That's what they get. Everything else is part of the grand plan. And you either gonna get in line with that grand plan, or they're gonna give you a street like they're gonna put you on Elm Street like they did JFK. Now that's what's gonna happen. I don't care who the president is.
Okay.
So if you that big and bad, and you want to buck the plan, if you're gonna just buck the system like that, you wouldn't be in court. You wouldn't be have all these charges against you if you was that big and bad. Trump ain't that dude y'all think he is. Y'all think he all.
Who is y'all?
You and your MAGA people. That's y'all.
I've never announced a political affiliation. I'm a Republican. And you are too. Whether you want to tell your audience you are a Republican. You can't say.
Let me speak on that.
Okay, let's speak on it.
I want to hear what you got to say first.
Because you're a Republican.
Tell me why.
Because everybody like you, a successful career person who has had a successful career with rap, now you have a podcast. I saw your G-Wagon outside.
Come on, man.
Come on, bro. Okay. I came up here at a four-door pickup truck. Like, bro, what is you saying? You're a Republican because you care about finances. And I'm sure you're a loving father. You're not a loving husband because I don't see a ring on your hand, but that's no disrespect to you. But you care because finances matter. And that's the same thing that Ice Cube was trying to preach when the black community turned against him.
So you're equating having a concern for your finances with being a Republican.
That's all I care about.
Okay. So,
and some of the views, black people are Republican.
Okay, so here's
black people are Republican because I'm assuming you grew up Baptist.
I just grew up, man.
Oh, come on, man. We're playing semantics now.
I just grew up.
You didn't go to church growing up? I've heard your music. It's very church influenced. Okay, a couple of times. Yeah. What does the Bible say?
Yea, though I walk through the shadow.
Okay, yeah. You want to pick that one up. But what does it say about gay people?
Be fruitful and multiply.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. What does it say?
Come on, man. He trying to save his sponsors right now. I thought we were coming here to have a candid conversation. I'll hook you up with something.
No, yeah. Please do.
I will.
Please
do. I really like your podcast. But what does the Bible talk about? Right is right and wrong is wrong. Why does the black community not get that? Right is right and wrong is wrong.
So let me ask you something.
Can I play devil's advocate? I don't know how your audience would take this.
Okay.
What's this word that black people like to use all the time when it only benefits them? Karma.
So black people got a lock on the word karma?
I've never heard a white person say karma.
You never heard a white person say karma?
No, have y'all? Oh, you heard a white. They probably was fucking a black guy. I've never heard a white person use the word karma. We're talking about the George Floyd joke, right? Okay. This is what the whole podcast is about. Can I play devil's advocate?
Go ahead.
And people, please don't try to cancel me for having an open discussion with Mr. Willie D. We're talking about the word karma, right? Mr. Floyd dressed up as a utility worker to break into a Hispanic lady's house, pointed a gun at her pregnant stomach and said, "You decide whether your child lives or dies."
Now, who told you he said that?
It was in the police report.
The police report.
What the lady said.
The police report,
okay,
the same people who are affiliated with the people who killed George Floyd. But go ahead.
I'm playing devil's advocate, sir.
Okay.
I'm playing devil's advocate. That's it. But whether he said that or not, he pretended to be a utility worker and he broke into a lady's house. Can we say that's a fact? Yes or no?
I'm not sure what it is.
That's what he went to prison for.
Is that in the police report?
That's on his report.
It's on the report?
Mr. Willie D, I've had a few drinks. And I'm about to give you one. I'm about to give you one.
Is it on the report?
Because he over here bullshitting with me.
No, I just want to know. Is it on the report?
Criminal history is real. Criminal history is real. And guess what? That's why these motherfucking BLM marchers that steal money from black people can't find nothing on me. They're trying. They're trying to find something bad. They want to find something bad. But they can't. They cannot. Because early on I was taught law and I was taught about rules. Early on. And you can sit here and probably agree in your mind but disagree with your body that black people have a problem with respect for the law.
And white people don't. And
We're
Hispanics don't.
talking about our people right now.
The only thing about that is when you say stuff, when you make a statement like that, man, you're stroking it so broad.
I'm not stroking it.
I'm
not sure. What I'm trying to talk.
You're insinuating that only black people think this way.
Listen to what I'm saying, sir. And it goes back to what I said about classism. Like, race almost does not exist.
Who killed the most police officers, black people or white people?
White people.
Okay, but white people don't have a problem with the law.
But go back to statistics. Who are the majority in the country?
Okay.
And who gets killed the most by police?
Who?
Whites.
Okay.
Statistically.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, not statistically, because statistics...
Yeah, but who get killed the most disproportionately?
White people.
That's a lie. Black people get killed the most disproportionately.
That's because of statistics, because of the percentage of us that exists in this country versus the percentage of white people that exist in this country. That's why ours can seem disproportionate.
That is not why. It is because the police is more likely to shoot and kill a black person than they are a white person.
Sir,
and that's statistics. That's what the statistics say.
Let me tell you something, sir. I have 5 cars. All of them look like black people's cars.
And what does a black
You know what I'm talking about, man. Don't play with me. Big rims, subwoofers, tent.
Big wheels.
I don't got no inconspicuous car at all. You know what I'm talking about. You from Texas. I don't do the spokes that'll cut somebody's ankles off walking on the sidewalk, swangers, whatever they call it, because I'm not from Texas. But what I'm saying is none of my cars.
Well, the Mexicans down here do that too, though.
I didn't grow up in Texas, sir. I apologize.
Yeah, I'm just,
Where I'm from, Mexicans drive Hondas with rims.
But we're talking about Texas now. So,
but what I'm saying,
in Texas,
I'm saying,
but in Texas we do it a little different.
Yes, sir. Y'all got your own flavor. Yes, sir. But what I'm saying is, all my cars look like ethnic cars. All of them.
This man said ethnic cars.
You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about, but you're over here trolling me.
No, I'm not.
You're over here trolling me. You're trolling me.
I'm trying to get understanding.
What do most niggas do when they get a car? What's going to happen during tax season?
I don't know. I don't even know.
Man,
I don't know most niggas, bro.
All these shuck and jive ass, fly by night ass car dealers gonna have niggas lined up outside with that tax return to pay $800 a month on a 2008 car with rims with 120,000 miles. Our community.
Let's take away the rims, and let's take away the rims and keep the 120,000 miles. So ain't nobody else.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Just black people gonna be buying cars during.
I'm black, sir.
I'm just saying, black people gonna be the only ones buying cars.
I fall into the same category. I like to be seen. You see I didn't know what I was walking into today. I would have wore all my jewelry. Yeah, I didn't know what I was walking into.
But
I'm not from Houston. I'm not from Texas at all. I didn't know what I was walking. I am a nigga.
What's a nigga, man?
Come on, bro.
No, I'm serious. No, I'm serious. What's a nigga?
NIGGA. It's a person like me.
But explain, what is a nigga?
I bought a $20,000 watch before I bought a house.
And are you saying that people that look like you the only ones that do that?
I'm not saying they don't, but I'm saying when it comes to the people that I hang around, we do a lot of ignorant shit. We buy jewelry, we buy cars to impress hoes, we buy men dress up for women, for bitches.
And none of your white friends dress up for women.
Man, all my white friends dress like they got 99 cents.
Okay, maybe they trying to attract a 99-cent woman.
I doubt it. That's just different ethnic groups put their money in different places, and we know that. Like I can't remember statistics, but black people spend enough money every year on fashion and entertainment to run this country. What does that tell you? that maybe we not as poor as we think we are. I think our entertainment and fashion spendage was like $7 billion last year. That could have ran this country for like a whole year, the whole country, all 365 million.
$7 billion?
Yes, sir.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, this damn country going $1 trillion in debt every damn year.
Why? Because we send money to Ukraine?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Sending that money to Ukraine, building everything but infrastructure.
What infrastructure do we need?
But hell, first of all, we need to fix these damn roads. All throughout America, the damn roads got this potholes. You're tearing up your cars everywhere you go.
See, we strayed away from what I was saying. So all my cars have my flavor on it, since you don't like to use the word ethnic. They have my flavor on it. I have limo tint on all my cars. All my cars have something extra. I got beat in all my... I got a Tesla with beat. I got rims on my Tesla. I got a Monte Carlo with rims, 24s. I got a Porsche with rims, with speakers. I got a Yukon. My mama's car is up under me. I got a 67 Plymouth Duster, rims. We rimmed out. And what I'm saying is I follow no street rules. I get pulled over by the police a lot. I get pulled over by the police a lot, sir. And this is my truth. So I can't speak for every other black person that has experienced a run-in with the police, but this is my truth. And you can't take away from my truth. I've been pulled over by the police drunk. I've been pulled over by the police with drugs. I've been pulled over by the police with illegal guns in my car. But I have one thing that I do. I watch a lot of body cam footage every day. I fall asleep to that shit. I watch body cam footage because I study this shit. I watch body cam footage every day, sir. And I have one thing that I don't see in a lot of this body cam footage, and that is respect. When I get pulled over by the police, my hands are on the steering wheel, my windows are rolled down, and my radio is turned down. I've never had a gun pulled on me. I've been pulled over drunk before. Yes, sir. No, sir. You need my license, sir? Do you mind if I reach in my glove compartment? And they can call it buck behavior. They can call it yes sir, massa behavior. But my goal at the end of the night is to get home to my kids. My goal.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far.
As far as what?
Like I wouldn't go as far as saying that's buck behavior. I think.
But I'm saying I
think that is getting home at the end of the night, like you say. That's proper behavior. Like the thing is that I get that part. Where
go watch some body cam footage tonight.
I get the part where
99% of the black people that get pulled over, what the fuck you pulling me over for?
That is a lie, bro.
I watched the body cam footage.
Bad, bro. 99%, man. Come on.
Okay, 85%. All right, I get a better statistic. 85%.
So again, this is just black folks being disrespectful to the police.
I watch white people too.
Else doing it.
White people are crazy.
So why just mention black folks?
Because that's my ethnic background.
But when you saying just black, do you understand that when you just say...
I don't.
Do you...
Because I don't.
So you don't understand that when you make statements like that and you say the black folks, you don't understand that if you're not quantifying that people will say that, he's trying to make it seem like only black people doing this.
Fuck them people. Didn't y'all say George Floyd pain should be my pain? So goddamn it, we should do better as a whole. If George Floyd pain has to be my pain, we have to do better as a whole. And if you don't fucking like me, don't fucking like me. But I'm going to continue, and hopefully I wake some niggas up.
Well, I don't think that you're qualified to make that statement.
Well, I shouldn't be qualified.
You know why? Because George Floyd's pain ain't your pain.
But
so you told me it should be. So you saying that it don't even compute.
So at what point do I get disqualified to feel empathy for George Floyd? Where did I get disqualified for that?
When you made that statement.
How?
When you said that you would have shot him.
How many niggas have joked about George Floyd? That's not on a public platform.
I don't know who these niggas are. I don't know them. I just don't.
Maybe I just hang around the wrong people.
And I'm gonna tell you, I haven't made it. And I'm not around. Yeah, maybe because I don't hang around people who make jokes about George Floyd.
Me and my black homies.
That was a tragic event.
That
was tragic.
Let me tell you something real.
And the same thing that happened to George Floyd could happen to either you and all your black homies.
It could, but it's not likely to because I follow law.
You follow law. So yeah,
I'm not taking a fake 20 into a store.
Have you seen any? Have you like all of these police murdering black folks over the last decade or so?
I study these body cams for a reason.
We saw on camera.
Yeah,
we saw on camera. Are you saying that in all of those cases that the police was right?
I'm an advocate for the police.
That none of the black people complied.
I'm an advocate for the police.
None of those black people complied.
In every case I've studied, and I studied the George Floyd case, there are a lot, and even Mike Brown, and even Sterling, who was selling the CDs, where is it, New Orleans, and even the guy selling the loose cigarettes. There are a lot of steps as black people. If our goal is to get home, there are a lot of steps we could have taken to make sure we get home. So as a whole, black people say police are racist. They say police are racist. That's what the fuck I hear black people say all the time. So if you know police are racist and you know that they're scared of you, why not comply? If I get pulled over, I'm not saying, what the fuck you put me over for, man? Fuck you, pig. Because now you got him on edge. Whether it's a black, white, Asian, whatever the fuck he is, that man want to get home just like you want to get home. So, sir, here we go. Can I reach for my license? Can I reach for that? I did that before. I don't feel comfortable. I've told police that before. I'd rather you put me in handcuffs and I direct you to where my stuff is at.
What's the little kid name who got killed?
Rice?
Passing with the gun.
Rice?
What's his first name?
Tamir.
So how do you reconcile Tamir Rice murder?
Okay, when I was growing up in Georgia, right? I grew up by a grandfather who was born, even though he married a half-white woman, whatever, if that means something to y'all motherfuckers. I was born with a grandfather who wouldn't let us play with no type of guns, not even a water gun, because he knew what green light that could mean for a police officer. I wasn't allowed to have a water gun, a cap gun, a gun with an orange tip on it because my granddaddy knew what that meant. We don't have those type of people anymore that instill those same things into us. When I was growing up in the South, and I'm not 50 years old, I couldn't go spend the night at nobody's house until my mama and my granddaddy and grandmama met those people. We didn't know who they people is. I'm like, well, I can't just spend the night at their house. We didn't know who they people is. Maybe they don't got the same values that we got. You've probably heard that. Who your people is? You date somebody, who your people is, girl? Oh, okay, them good people right there. Everybody don't got the same fucking values. Everybody don't.
If Tamir Rice was white, would he be dead?
I don't know. Maybe.
You think the police would have just did a drive-by on a little 10-year-old,
possibly
11-year-old white kid?
Possibly.
Playing with a little gun?
How 10 years? Why was he playing with a fake gun? I'm
just asking you, do you think?
Why was he playing with a fake gun?
You're a smart guy. Do you think?
Where were his parents at? Where was Tamir Rice's parents at?
Could have been his parents could have been in
It does matter. It does matter. Because my mom would have never allowed me to go to a playground with a fake gun.
If Tamir Rice,
no.
You don't think he'd be dead if he was white?
Yes.
You think he'd be dead?
Where are the parents at? Where are the parents?
You don't think he would be dead if he was white?
Yes, I do.
You think he'd be dead?
Yes.
Where are the dead white kids who was playing with a play gun before in the history of the United States?
Maybe they were taught better.
Where are the dead white girls? Where are the dead white kids that play with a toy gun?
You know how this works, man. They got to perpetuate stereotypes. They only going to put the black ones in there. What happened?
So you don't think
what happened in Vegas when the black kids jumped on the white kid? Like, what are we talking about? I don't want to play semantics. I want to talk about our community and my George Floyd joke. I don't want to play semantics. I want to talk about how we can do better as a whole. And the way we can do better as a whole is to challenge these fucking parents to be parents. Your kids should not be playing with play guns at all. At all. Red tip, water gun. I couldn't play with none of that shit because my granddaddy understood the severity of playing with a fake gun.
Do you ever hold the do you ever question the integrity of the people who make those play guns and sell those play guns to the parents?
It's called money, man.
I'm just saying, do you ever question them? Do you ever call them out?
I mean, because if that's the case, then we got to question why these niggas fry chicken at KFC. Like, there's so many things we can question, but I'm talking about parenting.
So you know that
my kids only can use YouTube Kids because there's too much bullshit floating on regular YouTube. I don't want my kids knowing about homosexual sex. I don't want my kids knowing about heterosexual sex at this age. We have to parent better. If we want to do better as a community, we have to parent better. What happened to the community? Where grandma at? My grandma used to fuck me up. I'm sure your grandma used to fuck you up too. Her name was Zioni. She's tatted on my arm.
My grandma.
We used to call her Mom.
She only fucked me up once.
And that's all it took.
That's all it took.
And you started rapping and selling newspapers.
Yeah, I started selling newspaper and rapping.
Come on, bro.
Sure did. Damn.
You know these parents don't fucking parent.
Shout out to Ernestine.
YouTube parent these new kids, and that's why they're so unruly. We have to parent better as a whole. If we go,
I don't. Here's the thing,
man.
I don't have a problem with like
we can't continue to put our problems on white people.
But you're saying things that everybody already know, and everybody knows that. Like,
so maybe if I say it again.
So when you say something like that, here's the thing about that, because there are black people that speak in that type of manner, that say things that everybody know to be true, that it's easy to agree with. Like, who's going to disagree with? We got to parent better. Even if we was parenting at our optimum, we still got to parent, because there's always room for improvement. So we got to parent better. Yep. So that's easy to say, yeah. I mean, and that's something that everybody can agree on. Everybody can agree with that.
So are they doing it?
Everybody can agree with that. Are they doing it? I think many people...
Agreeing and actually doing is two different things.
Some people aren't. If they were...
I can say I need to work out, but if I don't work out...
If everybody was, then you wouldn't never had to make the statement.
Regardless if everybody was parenting better, if that would have happened, I would have still made the statement, sir, because I'm a comedian. And my job is to push the edge. If you're offended, shame on you.
So,
when pastors go in front of a church and lie to them, who criticizes them?
I do.
Where? Where that video at?
Man, you better go check that Willie Live. You don't know.
I guess I need to go.
Shit. Well, I get them pastors the blues.
I'm going to go watch. I'm going to go watch, sir.
I be getting them pastors the blues.
I'm going to go watch, sir.
So here's the thing. Like, I want to go back to what you said about being a Republican. Here's the reason why I've never voted Republican.
Okay.
Right? It's just simple as this. Like, because I will say that I do have some conservative ways, and it's not just about money, right?
So you can admit that.
I can't admit that. It's not just about, for me, it's not just about money. Because I don't have a problem with paying more in taxes so that we can even things out a little bit more for those who have less. I know a lot of people.
If you worked your ass off, you want to take care of people that.
I know we got to really look out for each other, bro. See, that's one of the problems in this country, is that we don't love our neighbors. We don't love our neighbors'
So
children.
where's the unity? Where are the black people?
There are.
Bro,
There's some unity out there, bro. I got unity. I got unity.
You
in my
didn't like
circle.
me Sunday.
I got unity in my circle.
Where was your unity for me on Sunday?
I don't like you right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like you. You know, like.
But where's the unity? Where's the unity? Why wasn't black people saying?
I think it's okay, man. I think it's okay when people have certain grievances or whatever, and then you try to come together to get understand. Because that's what we're doing right now. I had a grievance with you.
But you already say you don't like me. Still.
I had a grievance. I had a grievance with you.
Okay.
And you know, we connected. Mm-hmm. And we had a conversation.
Yes, sir.
About that grievance.
Yep.
And, you know, to your credit, you agreed to come on the show. You could have went and sat down with anybody.
Right.
And you chose to come sit down with me.
First.
And I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
So there is unity. And everybody is not just totally, disconnected. If you want unity, unity starts with yourself. Like part of what we're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? We're coming together. That's unity.
So where's the wholesome
Just being able to
comments?
sit down, being able to just sit down and having a civilized conversation.
Where's the wholesome?
Speaks to unity.
Where are the wholesome remarks? Let's educate this brother. Maybe he don't know. Where's the? Why am I being embraced? Why am I being embraced by one side? Take racism off the plate. Why does one side understand it was a joke, but the people that look like me be like, man, fuck you.
Because the joke was on the people that look like you and not the other side.
So where's the education? Well,
educate them. Educate them, Dave.
Well, I'm looking for
you got
that.
The floor, educate them.
I got 10,000 comments of niggas telling me not to come to this city. Don't come to that city. We don't want you here. Where's the education? Where's
the education is that I invited you on my podcast. And you're here. I'm sure this is one of the cities they told you better not come to. So you're sitting here. You're in H-Town.
Should I go live right here?
You're sitting here, and you're sitting here, and we're having a conversation.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So that speaks volume, right? Mm-hmm. That ended up saying, hey, that's a start.
Yep.
It's a start. The woman, you posted a woman on your Instagram with her hands folded. In fact, you pinned it to your Instagram.
With her hand what?
With her arms folded. Mm-hmm. A white woman. She was angry.
Right.
She was sitting next to a white guy with a beard. Mm-hmm. And you captioned your post, don't heckle at my shows.
Correct.
What was that about?
That was in Tampa, Florida, at one of my favorite clubs called Side Splitters. She was very disrespectful starting the show. And this was a white woman that I gave the business to. Mm. Gave the business. She had been heckling my openers. When I came on stage, her gargantuous feet were on the stage with flip-flops.
Go ahead.
Should I say her fucking raisin potato salad feet? Would that make black people feel better? So, she was... I have so many interactions with people that... Tampa, Florida, she had her feet on the stage. I'm like, yo, bitch, what is you doing? And she said something, and then part of the clip, I think the whole video's on my YouTube. I don't really remember the stuff I said to her. I made her leave. She started crying. I'm like, bitch, get out. Get out. I don't want to fucking see you up here crying when you were disrespectful to my area, because when I'm on stage, this is my area. So you putting a foot on my stage is very disrespectful, and I don't want to see that. So get the fuck out of my show. Order a Slim Fast on the rocks, and people are like, you should have ordered you one too, motherfucker. I don't like the way Slim Fast tastes. All right, that's why I didn't order me one. I've tried it.
Did she try to come back at you in some type of capacity?
I believe she did. The full videos on my YouTube from like 10 months ago. Yeah. It was around this time-ish, early spring, March, April, May, somewhere around there when that interaction happened. But yeah, she tried to come back, and I did what I do.
So here's when you say that, why you embraced on one side and not the other, I think that all comedians have a certain lane, right? And I think it depends on what type of jokes that you're telling. It just depends on what lane you're in. If you're telling if you got a certain style of joking or whatever, you got some certain people that accept that. If you are, speaking another way, then another group is probably going to embrace you more. Like that was a time when Dave Chappelle, majority of his audience, well, I guess it still is, but he didn't have as many black fans.
Great friend of mine.
He didn't have like just as many black fans, coming out to see him, and now it's like he won them over. He figured out how to do jokes that that resonated with both sides.
And I'm still
because we have different cultural experiences. Different jokes are going to hit differently with different crowds.
What were you rapping? What were you rapping about 2 years in?
What was I rapping about?
Yes, sir. 2 years in. I've been headlining for 2 years.
I was rapping about let's see, politics, crime and punishment, women, sex, drugs, betrayal, love, hate.
So some people can consider that ignorant.
Yeah, some people could.
I'm 2 years in headlining.
But I was brilliant.
My best form will be comedy and rap are totally different. Yeah. My best form is yet to come.
You 2 years in
headlining. That's a totally different beast. I'm learning how to work a stage, how to do an hour-plus show. Totally different beast. And I don't expect people not in the comedy world to understand that. To go on stage and to go on stage and to dictate an audience for an hour is a different type of science.
I'm still gonna go right back to it, bro. I think if you tell a Holocaust joke, your career gonna take a different trajectory.
Well, I mean, don't challenge me, bro. Because I'm always up for a fucking challenge,
I think
man.
if you tell a Holocaust joke, it's gonna be different.
Can I come back on when I do?
Sure can.
Okay.
I would. I ain't saying I want to see it. I would love. I damn near said I would love to see it. But I understand it's gonna hurt people. You know what I'm saying? I understand that it's a see that there's a reason why, right? There's a good reason why Hispanic people don't make fun at people or take lightly of people disparaging Cesar Chavez. There's a good reason.
But who jokes about Cesar Chavez?
I'm just saying there's a good reason why they don't. There's a good reason why white people don't take lightly of people joking about JFK. There's a good reason why Muslims don't take lightly of people joking about Muhammad.
I don't know a Muslim comedian.
Okay, well, I'm saying that if you joked about Muhammad, you would feel their wrath.
You know Shane Gillis?
And the reason why, let me just say this, the reason why is two reasons. One is because they revere them. Two is they don't want you to get comfortable disrespecting their people, the people that they hold in high regard.
Is George Washington revered in the white community?
Yeah, he's revered.
Shane Gillis has a funny joke about him.
Yeah, well, you know, certain white people go. Some white people can get it.
How?
Certain white people can get it.
We keep moving the goalposts.
I'm not moving the goalposts. I'm just saying. I'm saying that it depends on a particular situation, or who a certain person is. If certain people have been, you know, certain people are held in a higher regard than others. It's just what it is, and. So especially when you start talking,
So who's the highest regarded white person in your eyes?
The highest regarded white person
that you feel is off limits.
Off limits.
Yeah.
White person off limits. Let's see. Off limits, white person. JFK.
You think so?
I think if somebody, I've never heard anybody crack jokes about.
But you're not out there in the comedy streets.
Well, I am, but I just haven't heard it yet. So here's a point that I will make is that I've watched a lot of the comedy that I watch.
Who?
I may not listen to what I'm saying. A lot of the comedy that I watch, I may not even know the guy's name. You know what I'm saying? But I watch the jokes. Like I watch a lot of stuff that's on Netflix, but I'm just not familiar with the dude's name.
Okay.
I'm really not familiar with the comic's name. Not even the newest black guys. I'm really not familiar with their names. But I watch the comic. I watch the jokes.
When it comes to top black guys, I mean, of course you got Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, but I personally think that Ali Sadiq right here out of Houston is the best. That's current.
Yeah, shouts out to Ali. Yeah.
Current and relevant. Yeah. He's the best. The best storyteller I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I rarely watch comedians that are not my friends, And I went to another comedy club, which is out of my norm, to watch him. And for 2 hours, this dude marveled me.
Yeah, Ali is top tier.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We can agree with that. Goddamn, we made a breakthrough. It's a breakthrough. Yeah.
So we might go get a fried chicken dinner tomorrow, right?
Some casserole or something like that, for
some
your
quinoa.
taste,
Some quinoa.
Yeah. Do you believe that there'll come a time in comedy, in the comedy space, where a person will be able to tell a joke and not have basically a movement, as far as people going against what he's saying.
That's what we're fighting for. That's what we're fighting for. That's what we're fighting. That's all I'm fighting for. Free speech. When I'm on that stage, I'm the court jester.
Yeah.
I'm there to dictate your emotions. I'm a dictator at that point. That's all we're fighting for is free speech. That's all we want. All as comedians, that's all we want. We want the opportunity to try to be funny. Whether it's funny or not is left up to the reception of the audience. But we want the attempt to try to be funny. That's it. That's all we're asking for. It's not that hard. When you're watching a comedian on stage, turn your emotional ears off. I do. I was in L.A., man. I heard plenty of racist jokes that I could have been like, man, fuck you. But what does that get me? Put out of that comedy club? An opportunity to not grow my career.
So what do you do when you hear the racist joke?
If it's good, I'm like, hey, you did that. I don't know how you pull that off, but it's good. But if it's bad, I'm like, yo, man, you could have said this, maybe take that out. You didn't have to be so blatant, But I get it. It's an opportunity. It's an attempt.
If I'm going to understand you correctly, you're an equal opportunity offender.
Yeah. And
it doesn't matter who you offend. Like you take joy in offending people.
Why not?
Yeah, you actually. How can you live like that?
When you made your rap, were you catering to a certain group of people?
Yeah, I was. I was catering to people who was who was struggling.
So what happened?
Who had been betrayed. I was catering to people who had been betrayed.
So what happened to the people that were offended by what you were saying? Do you care about them, or are you gonna keep doing you?
Good point. You got me there. You got me.
At what point do I care about what you think if I'm doing something that's true to me?
But what's true to you? What does that mean? What's true?
What's
to you?
true to me is saying what I want. That's what's true to me. Saying what I want in the attempt to be funny.
You have a daughter, right?
Two
daughters.
9 and 4.
Would you just say whatever you want to your daughters, even if it offended them?
Yeah, my daughter. That's such a funny story because my 4-year-old the other day, she's like, Daddy, why you always call me Naka? I'm like, what? She's like, Naka. You always say Naka. I was like, oh, nigga. I'd be like, baby, that's just how I talk. That's just how I talk.
What would you say if a white person called your daughter that?
They did.
And what happened?
I told my 9-year-old, I said, baby, it's just a word. It only has the power you allow it to give it. I said, were you offended? She said, no. She said, I just thought it was stupid. I said, well, there you go. She's stupid. So call me stupid. But don't call me a coon. Don't call me a sellout. Don't say I should be canceled. Just call me stupid. I'll take that. I'm stupid.
David, you're stupid, man.
There we go.
You're stupid.
In the attempt to be funny.
In the attempt to be funny, you're very stupid.
I'll take that. I appreciate that. Call me an idiot. David, you're dumb.
You're an idiot. What else can I call you?
It doesn't offend me.
This is the first time I ever insulted anybody on my show. What else can I get away with calling you?
Whatever you want, because the words don't mean shit to me.
Yeah, I get it. I tell you what, man, this has been an enlightening discussion.
I'm glad I could come, sir.
Yeah.
So hopefully we continue to fight for free speech. And all you BLM motherfuckers, y'all can see me. My tour dates is on my goddamn schedule. Ain't nobody scared. You support BLM? Because that's another hour.
Say, man,
I get
I'll
it.
tell you what I do support. I do support unity. And I'm serious, like here, like not just unity between us, because I just don't believe that we're gonna make it as a society if we don't figure this shit out. All of us.
We're not.
I don't think we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna make it. I think I think this shit is gonna implode on us.
You get it. You get it. You're smart, Willie.
We gotta figure this shit out because, like, we live in this type of society where it's every man for himself, and you know, a lot of us we just like.
It's a very
what's
individualist.
going on with our own thing, our own family. And the thing is this, is like, if you see that kid out, that's on the wrong track, a little lost or
Mr.
whatever.
Willie, look, can I say something?
Speak.
So, a lot of people call me a coon, tell me I don't like black people, but I've convinced the biggest YouTuber in the world to come to my city to help me build houses for low-income families. So you can't just look at my words. You got to look at my actions. I own low-income houses right now. Houses that I could be getting $1,800, $2,000 a month. I own several of those. But because I understand, I put those houses on Section 8. And now I get $700, $800. And when they move out, they fucked up. So that $700, $800 a month don't even matter if they were only there 8 months. Because I got $5,600 and you caused $10,000 worth of damage.
Well,
I do a lot.
Well, one could argue that the government gives black folks billions of dollars every year, and we know how they feel about it.
I'm talking about me, sir. I'm
just saying just because I'm talking
about what I'm doing from my community, the city I grew up in.
I'm just saying, Dave, that just because I want to make it clear that just because somebody gives you money or spend money on you doesn't mean they love you or they care about you. Because a pimp will put a nice wig on a woman in high heels and give her a purse and a nice dress and put her out on the host stroll to sell her body.
What I'm saying is, I was raised by a single mama.
Yeah.
I know the struggle. When I was like 7 years old, we moved in with my grandparents. I didn't know struggle no more after that. My daddy, whatever he did great in his life, it didn't affect me because he wasn't around. I met my daddy 6 times in my life. 6.
When's the last time you met him?
Well, when I buried that nigga. That was the last time I saw him.
How old were you?
This was 3-4 months ago.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Paid for his whole funeral out of my pocket.
Yeah.
All of it. Didn't question it because that's my lineage. That's what I did.
You have other sisters and brothers?
Speculated, but they didn't come around. Like, I'm half Cuban and half black, so my daddy was a ladies' man. But those I
Oh, they gonna open up on your ass now.
Open up.
He's half Cuban. That's why he talking that shit.
You don't think the slave ship stopped in Cuba before it got to America? They had to put some new sails on gas or whatever, however you want to put it. But I mean, he's darker than me, curly hair. Yeah. But still, though, it don't matter. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, I look like this.
I mean, we got to figure it out, bro. Like to finish the point that I was gonna make, with seeing that youngster out there that might be, on the wrong track. I think it's incumbent upon us to at least try to help, try to reach out to that youngster.
Listen.
Let me
Okay,
make the point.
go ahead.
At least try to reach out to that youngster, because here's the thing. Do we want that kid to continue on and be, left to his own, to his own, or do we want a kid that we've actually tried to get, we actually gave some help to so he can better himself? It don't take a lot of times, all it takes is somebody reaching out and letting one of these youngsters know that somebody care about them. Because a lot of times these youngsters don't get that.
I do that.
So I'm just saying that
I do that. I do a lot in the community.
But I'm speaking about.
I do a lot.
I'm speaking about us as a people in a broader sense, and not just black people. I'm talking about us as a society in this United States of America.
Absolutely.
We got to figure this shit out, bro, because we ain't going to make it. And everybody who talking about, let's go to war, that shit ain't going to turn out like you think it's going to turn out. It ain't going to go like you think. I don't care how many guns you got. I don't care how many rollers you got.
What happened
it
with
ain't going to turn out like you think it's going to turn out.
What happened with the Not Fucking Around Coalition, NFC?
Dude got he got popped.
Okay. I was just wondering. But yeah, any of these people in here right now, man, my boy Jay Can.
But he got popped because he wasn't fucking around.
My boy Jay Can, man, he's a Houston native. Great friend of mine. I consider him family, right? And he could tell.
But you ain't let him open up for you.
What? Come on, man. What we talking about? what we talking about, man? We both got two. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, any of these people in here right now can tell you how much I go back to where I was raised, or even here in Houston, man. I be in the hood. No security. Just my own gun.
Don't do that.
What you mean?
Don't do that. Don't do that. You ain't got nothing to prove.
What I'm saying is, I be with him. I be with Jay Can. I be with Jesus Josh. I don't care. I don't care.
You don't care about what?
Nothing.
No, you need to care about something.
I care to a certain extent. I mean, I'm from this. I can recognize danger. I can smell it a mile away. But what I'm saying is,
sitting around watching them damn police cams and shit.
I do that. That's why I can access danger. I can talk my way out. I can joke my way out of it. Bro, I've been in some fucked up situations. Trust me. I mean, look at me, bro. I got a gun. I look like. But what I'm saying is, man, I give back. I don't put it on video. I don't need to, because that's not real. You know, for Christmases, anybody that has anything bad to say about me, you know what I'm saying? For Christmases, I'll put on my Facebook, hey, how many single mamas need $500? I'll take 15 single mamas.
What about the single daddies?
Man, fuck a single daddy.
Nigga, I mean, the single daddy need help.
You should be out there busting your ass. Too. If he got 2-3 jobs, I'll help you out. But I'll take 15 to 20 single mamas every Christmas. Here go $500, boo. Hopefully that helps. December 23rd. Hopefully that helps. Man, I don't got to put it on video, bro. But I give money away.
Check this out, Dave.
I give it away because it don't mean shit.
Check this out, Dave. I hear what you're saying about not highlighting your good deeds, but I'm actually a proponent of highlighting your good deeds, and here's why. Here's why. Because the moment you do something fucked up, it's gonna be blasted everywhere.
And in secret.
It's gonna be blasted everywhere. So let me just finish.
In secret.
I think that people need to know your good deeds so that it can offset any when people do come for you.
I don't want that.
That criticism can be offset.
I don't want that.
Well, if you don't want it, that's fine.
In secret, I'm gonna continue to do for the black community. I was raised by a single mama. In secret, I'm gonna continue to go to stores that have layaway and pay random layaways during Christmas time. In secret, I'm gonna continue to do that. I don't need no publication. I don't need an article. I don't need, here we go. Hey, film me right now. Walking into Walmart, man. Here go $10,000, y'all. Put that on every, how many levels?
But not like that all the time. No, I'm not saying like some people go overboard with
I don't need to do it, man.
Some people see a homeless person and pull out the camera. Now watch this, I'm finna go bless 2 people.
Nah, I don't need it.
I'm not saying all of that.
I don't need it.
I do think people should highlight their good deeds, though.
I don't need it.
Not necessarily everything good that you do, because there's so much that I do that I've never highlighted. But
I don't need it.
I think it's good that people know that you're doing good stuff.
I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't need it. For what?
You need a publicist.
No.
You need a publicist.
Hey, bro, that clip was all the publicists I needed.
No, you need a publicist.
Hey,
because you gonna you get a lot of shine and you get a lot of dates, you get a lot of stuff going on, man. But when you get a publicist and you listen to the publicist,
I'm hard headed.
Because you don't want to listen. That's why you ain't got no publicist. You probably fired him.
I told you I got Asperger's. I don't listen. So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, man, when I drop these houses, these low-income houses in Macon, Georgia. Shout out to Macon 478. What's happening? Y'all might not be fucking with me right now. A lot of people I went to school with and grew up with, y'all talking y'all shit, but do it. But when I drop these low-income houses, and we know who is in the low-income bracket, blacks and Hispanics.
And who else?
Some whites.
A lot of whites.
Okay, all
man,
right.
Y'all be killing me, man, like getting white people a pass on being broke, man. There's so many white people
Yes,
out
the
there.
trailer park exists.
It's not just the trailer parks. It's a lot of white people out there struggling, man.
All right, God damn it. Maybe I won't drop the houses, Willie. How about that shit? Maybe I'll buy another fucking car. Will that make you happier?
No, buy the houses, man. I ain't gonna get emotional about this, man. Buy the houses, man.
Willie, I got to buy another car. Maybe I'll get me a G-Wagon, Willie.
Buy the houses.
I ain't got no G-Wagon, Willie. What the fuck?
Man. Buy the houses.
What kind of watch you got on, nigga?
Hey, look, man. I got the G-Wagon because I didn't buy the houses.
Maybe I won't buy the fucking houses. But I just play. When I drop the houses, man, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I got big plans for my city, bro. I'm about to open up a fucking whole, don't want to profit from it. I'm about to open up a whole multimedia center where black kids can come learn, any underprivileged kid, not just limited to blacks, but you don't got to pay for it. Let me show you how you can do this, what we're doing right now. Let me show you how you can banner and get paid for it. Let me show you how you can learn how to work a camera and get paid for it. Let me show you how you can edit. I know how to edit. I know how to color grade. I know how to work a camera. I did all that shit. Let me show you how you can do this, and you don't got to just play football or rap.
Or do comedy.
No, they going to do comedy. They going to speak their mind. But yeah.
As I said, man, earlier, man, comedy is subjective. And just as, rappers or anybody, who exercises freedom of speech and counts on that being enforced, comedians have a right to say what they want to say.
Thank you, sir.
And
that's all I ask.
They also have a right to deal with the consequences that come with that.
Yeah, freedom of speech, but not a freedom of consequences.
And if you're good with that, then that's what it is. Man, thank you for coming on the show.
I appreciate you, sir.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, David Lucas.
David Coon Lucas.
David Coon Lucas. No more talk.